I am Beet Farmin Mitch, and thank you for watching. I'm a family farmer in North Dakota, and we grow beets, wheat, pinto beans, corn, soybeans, and navy beans, sunflowers. Quite a bit of stuff, so be sure to subscribe and follow along for some fun adventures. Welcome to the Red River Valley of North Dakota. A land flowing with milk and honey. You're watching Beet Farmin Mitch. So this is a 40-foot Case IH 500 precision disc, 3430 air cart, so it's a 430 bushel, supposedly, air cart. So with this drill, you can seed basically any small grain, you know, wheat, barley, rye, oats, things like that. But we just use it for hard red spring wheat and soybeans. And some guys plant canola with these. I guess if you plant canola, you fill the tank once and you're good for the week. We got our auto steer running. This is a Trimble screen in this Case tractor. And we got our Case Magnum road tractor. This thing's getting old already. I remember when we first got this tractor, it was a big deal because like these things just came out. I want to say this is like a 2014. And it was a big deal when our farm got this tractor because this was like the pinnacle of new tractors and technology. And now we've got like 5,000-6,000 hours on it. We pretty much got our entire wheat crop in, and it helps to get that crop really kind of utilize the moisture in the cool growing days while you still have them. And then we'll switch over to soybeans and have those in early mid-May hopefully, and that's a good time for that too. I don't see grain leaking out. Everything's running like it should. This has been great planting conditions this spring. And we're kind of by town, so that was fun. You saw in the drone video, my wife was out for a walk with my son, Oliver, and he's growing up. He's almost a year old. If you've been following, you know, I had a little boy named Oliver about a year ago. So I tell you what, faith, family, farming, that's what I live by. I love the Lord, I love my family, and I love farming. Look at that nice dark soil. And I couldn't wait. I was too hungry, but I had these these as a kind of a snack today. I got them for my parents for Christmas, and I think one can was enough. So with this drill, I'm always running with 2 hydraulic levers on. So the first one is the down pressure, up and down. So if I lift this up, it'll lift the drill up. But if I push it down and keep it to always flowing, it needs that for the down pressure, and it keeps the down pressure flowing and keeps the drill firm on the ground. Then this number 6 lever, that one is for the air fan, which how air seeders work is basically you have the cart full of grain and fertilizer and a fan, and there's meter rollers, and the meter rollers meter out the product, and then the fan blows it through all of these hoses, and then each hose goes to one of 64 rows. So this is 64 rows at 7.5 inches apart, 40 feet wide. Sometimes you gotta bring out the hyper view, and then you get that nice wide fisheye kind of view of everything. Sorry you had to see that. There's pretty much a chance of an inch of rain tomorrow, and it sounds like a for sure, possibly more than an inch. For sure, yes, welcome to North Dakota. I'm out of lunch. Good old Holland spring wheat. You wanna sit here? So this exact spot is where I drove the Case AF11 combine last year in pinto beans. That was a fun experience. So yeah, this was pinto beans last year. After pinto beans, usually the ground has a lot of moisture, it's really mellow, and it's usually good planting. Or should I say seeding. There is a massive flock of birds over there. They look like seagulls. It looks like a flock of seagulls, but it is not. They have like black heads. It's got a black head. I don't know that I've ever seen these before. Interesting. Is it a type of seagull? I don't know. They are everywhere. Out of nowhere, out of thin air, they just showed up. Apparently it's a black-headed gull, like a seagull. This is kind of wild. Huh. Another one done. Oh look, a beet piler. Ready to harvest some sugar beets and make some more piles here. And we're going again. So there's a 100% chance of rain tomorrow, and this next field run has a somewhat big ditch or coulee running through it. And so we're trying to get this seeded. I'm gonna do a pass on each side. In case we get rained out, this will be a good thing to have done. Gotta work my way through this ditch here. Pass on each side, I'll get her. Well, we got rained out. You can see how it's dark right there where my tracks weren't, and how it's dusty dry right there. Top's getting sticky, and that's when you gotta stop because it'll start rolling around the depth band. So we're gonna pack up everything here, and probably gonna rain, so let's pack up and get out of here. Well, we managed to get out of the coulee though, so that was worth it. It was time to get out of there. And now, it's time to head home. Should we stop in at the church for a quick prayer? We had a successful day. We got the beet planters home. We got some wheat done. We're in good shape. Anyway, this is Beet Farmin Mitch, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to keep it sweet. I always loved this one. Good old tin sign with the C. All right, time for bed.